Okay, what I'm doing here today is gonna upgrade the battery in this here. It's a ASUS Tough Gaming A17. That's the label on the front. If you really want to get technical, it's a ASUS A17 IH-RS53. We're gonna upgrade the RAM on it because it comes with 8 GB of RAM. And the slots that you order for this is a DDR4 is the type of RAM that it takes. DDR4. It comes with one 8 GB card. There's slots for 2 of them in there, and you can get 16 each and jump it up to 32. The reason for it is, for instance, when it's got 8 and you want to watch a video, because I like to make videos and stuff, and well, if you're on TikTok, you're probably making videos too. So say you want to watch a video, you want to see how long it takes to pull up a video. Let's start this counter here. Alright. It'll click every 6 or every second. So we'll pull this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got audio at 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Okay, about 23 seconds. About 23 seconds for the video that's stored on the hard drive to play. Okay, so we're going to pause here. I'll disconnect the power from it and show you how to open this thing up and where to do this RAM cards. Okay, when you flip it over, there's going to be 11 screws on it. Turn it like this. Now 10 of them actually come out, except for this top left. That stays in there. This one right here, that'll stay in because it's got some kind of shoulder on it or something, so it won't come out. What it does is it assists in lifting this up from the bottom. So you take out these 11 screws. Alright, once you get 10 screws out, leave the 11th one in the top left corner, leave that in. It lifts up on the back because it's got a shoulder on it to lift that up. You just pop that baby off there. Okay, then set this to the side. This is where the battery is. It plugs in. Well, you gotta take screws out of it too. It's got 2 holding that in. Just little shorties. Then this peels back. You can put it back on if you want when you're done. But it just unplugs right like that. That thing there. And be very careful not to bend anything. This is battery. Now I said there's 2 kinds of batteries. There's one that's got this plug and another one's got 2 little plugs on it, which you have to keep track of the negative and the positive on it. So we'll set this over here. And then for the RAM, all you do to get them out is you pry these things sideways. This is the 8 GB RAM that came with it. Okay? That should be enough to get it out. Okay, this here. Now, as you can see, one side is wider. It's got more teeth on it, or electrodes or whatever, on one side than the other. So you got to find the side that's got, this side's longer, this side's shorter. So it flips in like this, and you just push it in. Okay, then all you do is you push it down. When it clips, it's in. Now we do the other one. Simple. Stick the short side here, the long side's there, so you just stick it in, you push it down. There we go. We just jumped the RAM on this computer from 8 up to 32. Now you can see there's an open slot here. That's a place for a 2 terabyte memory expansion. I don't have one yet, but when I get one, I'll make a video on how to do that. Okay, then you want to put a battery, because this one was 48 hours. The stock is 48, but aftermarket you can get them up to 96 kilowatt hours. So let's put that in. Oh, what do you know? It comes with little tools and stuff. If you don't already have the tools, order your battery first. It comes with the tools. But I'm also a jeweler, so I have jeweler tools. And that's what I use. Alright, here's the fresh battery. Get my handy X-Acto blade out. Easy way to tell which way it goes in is this plug has to match up to where it used to plug in at. And there was only 2 screws holding it in place, which was right there. But we want to plug this in, I guess before you set it down. That's all there is to it. And they just happen to put a blue line where it plugs in, matches up with the blue line for the plug itself. So you squeeze that. When you get your expansion, this little black tab here on this flips up. All that does is hold the plug in place. And the memory expansion, there'll be a ribbon that comes off and plugs in right there. Okay, so we got that plugged in. Put 2 screws in. Take this. If I can't remember how it goes, it gets tossed. I think it went like this. I don't know. Okay, that's how that goes. Give it a good squeeze. Except for up in that corner because it's got that shoulder. Alrighty. A jeweler screwdriver. Tighten that down a little bit, then give that corner a squeeze. That way it's all in there. Then you put your 10 screws back in. The little shorty goes up in this corner. There should be no extra screws when you get done. and you just torque them down. It ain't like doing heads on a car where you have to zigzag and go back and forth across. This is just a piece of plastic. Just go around it and tighten down the screws. And they ain't got to be real tight because you don't want to strip them out. It's just tight enough to hold on a piece of plastic, which is nothing more than probably a dust cover. And the screws have blue Loctite on them, so once they're in there, they're not going to just vibrate out and fall out. Okay, so we got that in. You flip it back over like this. Okay, make sure it's everything is clipped, because you don't want dust getting in there. Even though these come with self-cleaning motors, you don't want dirt in there. Alright, so now you plug it back in. Turn it on. Might take a second because it's recognizing the new cards. There we go. She powered up. New battery says that it's full. It is fast. Because it's a gaming computer, it's going to pull up the Xbox stuff. I don't play games on this. This computer is strictly for making music and videos. So there's the Xbox stuff pulling up. I just close that, because I do have an Xbox in the other room, and you never know. Oops. Too many clicks. I got too happy with my clicks. Okay. Before it took 23 seconds for it fully load. So let me get my metronome set on. Alright, we're going to pull up a video here and count how long it takes for it to fully load. Starting now. Audio at 12. And video at about 15. It was 23, so it took 8 seconds off the loading. So it is a little quicker. The reason I wanted to upgrade my RAM is it had 8 gigabyte of RAM. Now it's got 32. What I used to do is when I go to record, once I get up to like above 10 tracks or so, because you know you got to have, you want to do your keyboard, the low end separate from the high end, so that can be in stereo. Then a couple different guitars, and then a lead guitar, and then a bass, and then you want your drums, and you got to isolate some drums, and it just takes up separate tracks and stuff. Well, it would sometimes the audio would fall out, and it wouldn't record, and I'd have to start over, and eventually it would. But let's see here now. It's track number 15, and it is recording, first try. So it's good to go. It's good to go. Alright, close that down. We're doing a systems check on it. Doing a systems check because we want to make sure that both cards are being read. Where it used to be 8 gigabyte and it was only 7 was available because it's using 1, you know, to keep things going. So we go into Task Manager. We come down here. We want to see this. It's reading. Okay. right now for my memory I got 5.5 gigabytes is being used out of 31.4. So now not only it's using more, so it's being more efficient because it's got more to use, but also now I have 31.4 total. It's only using 18% of it, where before it was pretty much clocked out all the time. So that's how that's done. All right. Thanks for watching.